Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got some bullish news I want to share with you guys. And you know, a lot of other YouTubers, when they're trying to make videos about tokens, they put clickbaity things in the thumbnails and the titles. And of course, I use clickbaity things too, but there's always some truth behind what I use in my clickbait. I mean, that's just how YouTube works, guys. You gotta bring people in. Now, the reason why I put Google on my thumbnail and in the video title is because there is actually something there that for those of you who were on our Twitter space last Wednesday for our Wagmi Wednesday, you would already know about this. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you follow me right now, Scott_Herman. But for those of you who do follow me and you keep up with what's going on with Wagmi, you would know that Ian, the CEO of Wagmi, and myself drove down to West Palm to attend Permissionless, which is an event hosted by Blockworks. Ian actually lives in Tampa. I live in Orlando, so he picked me up. We drove down and we had 3 days of networking. And when I tell you, the people that we talked to and showed them Wagmi and how impressed these people were when they heard what we were doing, every single person either had an ear-to-ear smile or a look of almost like shock because we're doing it right. And what I mean by we're doing it right is we came to Permissionless, beta's already playable, we're not an inflationary token, and we're bringing something that nobody else has done to the table in GameFi, and that's the in-game wagering, winner-take-all entry fees. And people's eyes lit up when they heard us talking about this, and they wanted to learn more. And so I have my work cut out for me over the course of the next few weeks because we made a lot of contacts with a lot of really amazing people. In fact, the very first person I met when I went to Blockworks to this event was the chief of staff for Blockworks because I went to get my badge for the event and he was one of my fans from my fitness channel. He said I taught him how to exercise when he was in college. And I swear to you guys, at least 15 to 20 people came up to me at the event. We all have badges on with our names. And so people were coming up to me and saying, are you the Scott Herman from YouTube Fitness? I was like, yeah. And so that's pretty much how we broke the ice with a lot of people that we met. And I was talking to Ian about it, and I was like, you know what? Basically, this is what's happening. When I was making my videos, because remember, I started YouTube Fitness in 2009, every single person that I taught how to exercise through high school and college now has a job and a family and wants to make money in crypto. So my entire, the majority of my client base for YouTube Fitness is in now crypto because they're trying to do something big here. So it's really fun. It was really exciting. And we met a lot of really great people. We finally got a chance to link up with Johnny. Johnny's over at Hustlepedia. If you guys don't follow Johnny, make sure you do. He's so smart. He was interviewing Wolf of Wall Street the other week. I think the podcast just came out. Johnny's doing a lot of really big things in crypto, and he's a part of a YouTube channel called The Crypto Banter. They have about 500,000 subscribers, and we're going to be going on The Crypto Banter probably on Wednesday to talk about Wagmi, but we met a lot of people that we could network with, VC funds, as well as people like Johnny who saw our game, really liked it, and want to do everything they can to help. And so today's really the first day or stat of all of that because we got back really late on last Thursday and then obviously had to do a lot of catching up, spend some time to relax. Ian and myself didn't have a voice, Friday, Saturday, because we planned on doing an AMA on Rodney's channel, I think on Saturday, but our voices were just too shot and so it didn't happen. But the reason I want to get all this out there is because obviously Permissionless was an amazing event. We met a lot of great people, and Wagmi is it's pushing really hard forward. If you guys haven't seen the latest beta update, I have a little screen grab I did right here of me playing it, but there's a lot of things going on in the back end, and for the first update that happened over the weekend for the beta, you don't see a ton of changes on the front end. It was a lot of back end changes. I mean, you see the shields and the life bars above the towers now, and then the way the characters interact with each other and walk across the map, the sounds that's made. A lot of these little details that you might not notice were fixed in the first beta. And then for the next beta update that we have coming, which would probably be this week, there's going to be hopefully two more characters added, some power cards are coming soon, and then just like the balancing of the teams, right? So there was a little bit done to balance the alien side versus the human side. There's still some more balancing that needs to happen just to ensure that it's a 50-50 chance of winning. But like all these things are being done and worked on every single day. And that's why you're going to get weekly sprints. If you make it to the end of a battle, there's actually like a countdown now from 10, which is really cool. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the match is over. Just to kind of let you know, like, hey, if you have a strategy, you better start implementing it now. And there's a few other things too that were done. But again, it was little things that were done in the back end to make sure that as we build out Wagmi defense, the foundation is solid. So, right? So if we add another character, like for example, we're going to be adding 2 new characters, Talos and Apollyon. We want to make sure that when we add them to the game that they're already balanced. So that's what's happening. People are playing the absolute crap out of Wagmi defense. I don't know if you guys have gone to the website at all, but if you go to the play.wagmidefense.com and you go to battle, I mean, look at this guy's already played 717 matches, 427, 442. I mean, the game is only in its beta and people are absolutely loving it. And the chat's looking pretty good too. I mean, we had a bit of a pump. We've been trading sideways in the 6s. Things are looking up and up. But where does Google play in all of this? Well, we actually had our Wagmi Wednesday last Wednesday. Chris came on. For those of you who don't know Chris, you can go to the website wagmigame.io and you can see the entire team here. We have bios for everyone. So Chris is our CMO, and if you want to read up on him or anybody else, you can go to this page and read his bio. My bio was actually recently added as well, which I was really excited about. But you know, Chris jumped on the Wagmi Wednesday call and he started talking about his relationship with Google and how Google actually sent him an 18-page report on basically how they're going to move forward with us to help us grow as fast as we can. And what I mean by that is, well, I'm going to start from the beginning. So Chris has done a lot of marketing campaigns for past business clients. He says that he's spent millions with Google on advertising. So because of this, he literally has a team of people at Google that we've been having weekly meetings with and can contact pretty much at any time for any reason. That's why you guys are already seeing Wagmi Defense ad videos on YouTube, because we're whitelisted. We're one of the very few crypto tokens that's whitelisted to run our ads. Now, as far as the token is concerned, we're not quite sure if we can run specific ads on buy the token, but for the game, we're whitelisted. Anything we want to do with the game, we can do. And so he explained it to me, and I had him send me some notes. I'm actually reading some notes that Chris sent me. He said that when they first started discussing the project, that the people over at Google had absolutely no idea what we were talking about. So like they knew nothing about NFTs or GameFi or any of that, which is common, right? That's why we always say to you guys, like, you are early. It is early in crypto, especially GameFi. That's why it's so important to find tokens or games now that have a future and invest in them, which is why I'm invested in Wagmi and a part of the team. Now, Chris said there's still a little confusion on their side in terms of the token itself and whether or not you can directly do ads for the token. However, now they completely understand the gaming side and what we're doing there. And as we get to a point to when we want to target mainstream gamers and get them into our game, but making it as seamless for them as possible without having to really pay for any in-game assets with crypto, etc., this now gives us the ability to do some amazing things within Google's marketing platforms. So with everything we're doing with Google, the main mission is list building. Lists are golden, guys, when it comes to marketing, and you should know that. Like, you've been on an email list before, targeted marketing. So with lists, we can talk to them about anything we want with them, whether it's the game, the token, NFTs, or whatever. So we can do our traditional marketing to build out lists or email lists, and once we have those email lists, we can then send out our own ads to those people and talk about the crypto side. So if we have to start with the game and we're whitelisted for the game, once we bring those people in, they get categorized, and then we reach out and start talking about the token and what's coming on that side of things. So by ensuring that our ads still adhere to Google standards, although they pretty much whitelisted us anyways, we can then do email campaigns to everyone that opts in until they decide they want to opt out. So they've basically gotten to a point to where the team at Google is so excited about our project and what we're doing, the opportunities are endless, and they've made it very clear that they'll help us with anything we need. So search campaigns, in-game adverts, display advertising, YouTube ads, whatever. But the most powerful part of the relationship happened last week, and this is what Chris was talking about on that Wagmi Wednesday Twitter space. The team at Google prepared an 18-page slide presentation specifically for our project and what the roadmap should look like for rollout of certain ad campaigns leading up to the public launch of the game as well as afterwards. So basically, they've informed us that rather than us having to find the right keywords and things like that they'll have the best results and they'll do that for us. So we can change text if we want to, but as far as building out the campaigns, they're going to do that for us. And in the years that Chris has been doing business with this team over at Google, he said that he's never had them say that about any campaign or project that he's done with them. And on top of that, we have also realized that with Google, we can geo-target display ads. So for example, if there's a gaming convention happening at a particular conference center in a particular city somewhere in the world, guess what? We can target only people who are in that conference center at that time. And as they're browsing any website with Google AdSense on it, guess what will display for them? Wagmi Defense. So for example, if we had all this in place before going to permissionless, we could have just mass targeted anybody at this event. And when they saw us walking around with our Wagmi badges on, they would know exactly what we're about and they'd be interested because they had been seeing the ads. So this is the kind of stuff that you can expect from this team. This is why I am a part of this team, because the future in GameFi is here. These guys get it. You can't just make a token and then have staking and then have reflections and have all these other just like key buzzwords that you hear, token burning, all these things. You still have to have a traditional business plan to be able to move forward with your business, even if it's in crypto. Just because a business is in crypto doesn't mean the traditional things you have to do in business don't apply, guys. And some other updates I want to leave you with before I head out here. Armor updates for the characters are coming. So as you play the game, there will be a level up aspect to the characters in the game or the power cards in the game. So this is one of our characters, General Stamima. Okay, so he's got an upgrade to his axe as well as his armor. Even his hair looks like he has like a mullet with dreadlocks now. Looks pretty cool. Then we have Apollyon, another armor upgrade here. You can see he has a helmet and some shoulder pincers that have additions to them. And then Talos, who is one of my favorite characters. I like Talos in Archon. He has updates, obviously, to his shoulders, his wings, and his helmet. So these are just some renditions of what's coming to the game, guys. What they're doing here, or what we're doing, is just absolutely incredible. So if you're already enjoying the very, 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 very first phase of the beta and having fun, like all those people I just showed you that have already played upwards of like 400 matches, just wait until we do our tiered launch in July. Well, I hope you guys have a great day, and as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys.